Gonna do a little video showing the upgrades on my Jeep Wrangler. This Jeep is a 2014 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited, 4-door, obviously. It's got, I've done quite a few upgrades to it, especially in the last year. When I bought it, it already was lifted. It has a 3.5-inch Rubicon Express suspension lift. It has EAG rock sliders, Bushwacker Aluminum Fenders, which those fenders do require some drilling. I was going to go with the Poison Spider Crusher fenders, but in the end I was able to get these for almost half the price, only like $700, compared to the Poison Spider Crushers being like $1,200. Have Prestige inner fenders. Those are aluminum inner fenders. They're basically a knockoff of the DV8s. DV8 makes basically the same thing. They're vented. These were about $300. The fenders is probably, of all the upgrades I've done to this thing, I want to say that probably the fenders is what's changed the look of the Jeep by far the most. And as you can see, up underneath of the front, if you can see that, I have beefed up the steering substantially. This has a Barnes 4-wheel drive, heavy-duty aluminum tie rod, as well as rough country dual steering stabilizer setup. I do have Steer Smarts Yeti XD drag link with attenuator. The attenuator is supposed to help with you know, any little vibrations you have in your steering. To be honest, I haven't noticed a ton of difference, but I definitely recommend this drag link either way, because it has a flip kit, so I was able to flip it and put it above the knuckle without having to do any drilling. I have ARB differential covers. I've got the Steer Smarts heavy duty track bar relocation bracket. It moves the track bar up a little bit, which I think you're really supposed to do that. If you get this flip kit, you're also supposed to get the relocation bracket to relocate the track bar, and it also relocates the drag links up, or sorry, the sway bar links up a little bit too. And I have a rough country forged track bar, adjustable track bar, and I have the Evo manual sway bar disconnect, because this is a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, so it comes stock with the electronic actuator to electronically connect and disconnect your sway bar. And from the time I bought the Jeep, it didn't work. I actually have it sitting in the back of the Jeep, but this works fine. It's not really all that hard to do. All you have to do is just reach up underneath here and turn that knob all the way out to have it connected, and turn it all the way in to actually connect it, or to disconnect it, which is the opposite of what you'd think. So unscrewed all the way out is actually the sway bar connected. Screwing it all the way in, screwing all these threads in, actually disconnects it, because it pushes a pin in, I think, and it actually disconnects the sway bar. Got a Smittybilt XRC front bumper, along with a Smittybilt 9,500 pound winch with synthetic line. Rigid Industries cube lighting. I don't know exactly what type of lighting. These are LED of some sort, that's all I know, but I know Rigid Industries, that's a pretty good brand. These were already on the Jeep, so these were already wired up, but I switched out the brackets for black, because originally it had chrome brackets that these light pods were sitting on. and I just like the black look better. Switched out the headlights, JW speaker. Evolution, I can't remember what these are called, Evolution 2 JW speaker headlights, which you wouldn't think headlights would be that big of a deal, especially spending a lot of money on headlights, and I was kind of one of those people, but after replacing the headlights, it's night and day. And you know, for safety reasons, it's really good to have better headlights. These are like $400, $450 for these headlights, but you know what, it makes a world of difference. And I think it's worth it now that I've done it. I mean, why spend money on all the other lighting that you could do when you can just replace your headlights, and that can make a world of difference. Has the Drake hood latches, so I don't have any hood flutter. EAG rock sliders, fuel Anza wheels with Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack tires. These are 315/70 R17, so they're basically the metric version of 35-inch. They're about 34.5-inch tires. I do have a full-size spare that I finally got because this Jeep did not have a full-size spare. So I ended up buying a new fuel Anza wheel, and I wrapped it with a BF Goodrich KM3 mud terrain. And the plan is I'm going to switch when I replace these tires, hopefully in the next few months, because these are only about 25-30% at this point. My plan is to switch these all over to the KM3s as well, because I want a true mud terrain. JT Brooks tire deflators, and I just recently bought those. They just showed up in the mail. I actually got those in the Jeep. I'll show them to you. I haven't calibrated them yet, but you can deflate your tires to a certain PSI and it'll stop. I think I'll probably set them for like 15, maybe 18 PSI. I have a third brake light extension. I don't know what brand this is. It's just a knockoff cheap thing I got on eBay. Just extends the third brake light up a little bit. Have the Terraflex rear license plate delete, because the license plate was here and my plan was to keep it here, but I didn't realize once I bought this bumper it blocked 2 of the numbers on my license plate, so it wouldn't be legal at that point. So I ended up mounting on my spare tire and just put this metal delete plate on. Yeah, this is the other thing I was talking about from earlier. These JT Brooks automatic tire deflators. I watched Ben from JK Gear and Gadgets, and I know that he recommended these and he showed these, and I thought that would work well for me airing down my tires. I haven't calibrated them yet though. I think I'm probably gonna put them at 15 PSI, maybe 18. It says you can set between 6 and 32 PSI. I don't know why somebody would deflate their tires only down to 32 though. What would be the point of that? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to get these calibrated and try these out. I've got an EAG rear bumper. I was gonna go with the Smitty belt. I was gonna get the exact same one as the front, the XRC model. I guess you'd call it a model, the XRC version to put on the back. But I got this for such a good price that I decided just to go with this. So, and it's held up pretty good. I've heard things about the powder coating with this EAG, but I mean, I can tell you that's, if it's poor quality, I don't know. It weighs an arm and a leg. That probably weighs 150 pounds. That thing weighed a lot to get on there, so it's definitely solid. I can tell you that. It did come with the D-rings with these isolators on it, which is nice. But I had a heck of a time getting the tire carrier because it came in 2 separate pieces. I ordered it online. I had a heck of a time getting the tire carrier actually onto the spindle. You can see there is a little bit of the powder coating already chipping. But yeah, the spindle, the the tire carrier, this was like oblonged a little bit, so I had to use like a punch and a sledgehammer to try to get this worked out to the point where I could even slide it on. So that was the one thing that was a bit annoying. I want to go ahead and thank everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you would like, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be putting up more videos showing the upgrades I've done with my Jeep in the future. So if you want to stay tuned to that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys.